Economic identity. Your economic identity is under attack. Your spiritual identity has always been under attack. And your personal identity, usually, with most people I talk to, have never been established. Pull up a chair. Let me break this down for you. This is your boy, Dr. Will Rogers, a.k.a. Master Teacher 33. Today, I want to break down what I do for a living. 33. 360. What does that mean? What is math? Now, we know what math does. Math is a system of measurement. It's the ability for us to take one and put them together. We can add that together, but what is it though? When we look at math, it is a construct. So the reality that we live in is based upon constructs. It's based upon contracts. It's based upon systems. So we live in a world that is controlled by universal systems. Mathematics is one of those universal systems. I didn't create mathematics. You didn't create mathematics. Mathematics was here when we got here, to my understanding. But we all use mathematics, and our brains are controlled by mathematics. In fact, our brain is controlled, everything is controlled by math, music, and language. And the ability for you to understand that your whole life is governed by mathematics. You have your own personal algorithm. You call it your personality, but it's actually a computer code. You are a biological computer. And what I do for a living is biological computer reports. And it's interesting because most people, I've been doing this for 30 years, 20 going hardcore. And this is my own personal biological computer report. This tells me how to operate my biology. My biology is controlled by theology. And my theology is controlled by cosmology. You may agree or disagree. It's just like you may agree or disagree that 1 + 1 = 2. But it doesn't matter whether you agree or disagree. Because if I say 2, if I got 2 fingers up and I put 2 more fingers up, that's 4 fingers. You may disagree. That's okay. You have the right to disagree. But it still doesn't change the facts that 2 fingers and 2 fingers = 4 fingers. So these 4-finger reports, these destiny reports, these Dear Canary reports, you can do research online, you can do all of the stuff that you want. But if you don't have cosmology, theology, and biology that's based upon neurotheology, this is neurological, this is theological, this is biological, then what happens is you still balling out of control, but you got to put forth a lot of effort because you're swimming upstream. You're not swimming downstream. So I just got in line with my design. That's what I do for a living. I teach people how to get in line with their design. That way you can shine. Now remember, it's done unto you as you believe. So you can continue to work harder or you can work smarter. It's up to you, boo-boo. This is your world. We all just living in your world. And so the ability for you to understand something that is called numerology is very, 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 very important. You got to study this stuff? Absolutely. There's a book in the Bible called the Book of Numbers. There's something called theomathematics. There's something called biblical alphanumerics. So this is all biblical. God changed people's name in the Bible for a specific reason. Change your name, you change your destiny. So all I'm simply saying is that your economics, your income is determined by your inner state, your mental disposition. And it's very simple, but most people struggle because they have not been exposed to something as simple as what is called color alchemy. There's a certain color. Color is nothing but cymatics, is nothing but bent light. You are a hue man or a hue woman. You are a bent light being, according to Webster's dictionary, even though technically you're not. But the dominant culture says you are, and so the collective consciousness controls it. So your job is to not allow the collective consciousness to control your individual economic destiny. You should be in control of your own economic destiny. You should be in control of your own spirituality. You should be in control of your own health and your own biology. You should be. Now, whether you choose to exercise your God-given right to establish your spiritual identity that was given to you by the numbers that come from the letters that's inside of your date of birth and your name. Whether you choose to go down that rabbit trail or not, and understand the cells of the self. To the degree that you understand yourself, that is a degree that you can understand everybody else. To the degree that you don't understand yourself, that is the degree that you don't understand everybody else. It's just that simple, but it's also just that difficult. Now, so I highly recommend whether you purchase my life management system, Dear Canary Report, all the stuff that I do, or you just go to ChatGPT, or if you go to Perplexity or whatever AI system that you use and do some research on each one of the paths. I just recommend that you do that so you can understand the innate attributes and characteristics that establishes your power, your strength. So everything that you're supposed to be done and doing is predetermined, automatic. You were born with it, purpose and destiny and diakonia. So diakonia is just a Greek word that means service. You was born, you're here to serve, homie. I'm a researchologist. It comes automatic. I've been researching stuff at 5. I was very inquisitive as a kid. I'm born that way. But I am researching certain topics because I was born in a specific month. Everything is predestined and predetermined. This is the months of each month of the year. And if you look at that chart, even though it's backwards, January is love, February, and again, this is what I've been doing for 30 years. So this is not new. It just with artificial intelligence, it allows us to go a little bit deeper down the rabbit trail to get a deeper, clearer understanding of our own self. Because remember, to the degree that you know yourself, you can't be conned by anyone else. If somebody comes up to me and tells me, hey, Doc, you ain't this, does that disturb me at all? Bump, no. How come? I know myself. I studied myself, man. I've researched myself. I've tried for 60 plus years to prove myself wrong, not right. So I know, and that gives me certainty. That certainty gives me confidence. And that confidence gives me a ruling disposition. So every morning that I wake up, I got crystal clear clarity. I don't have to wonder how I'm going to express, expose, and expand my cells or myself. So most youngsters, especially under the age of 30, they have no clue why they're here. They don't know whose they are. They don't know their purpose, their destiny, and their diakonia. So if you're one of those people, you need to hook up with me by going to the website at masterteacher33.com or the website diakonireport.com. That's DIAKONIA. DIAKONIA report.com. Because, see, you have to know this. You can't wish it. You can't ponder it. Because if you don't know, you're struggling right now. You got a lack of self-confidence. And the reason you have a lack of self-confidence is just like you studying. If you got to take a test, if I'm going to take a test on marine biology, I'm going to be very, very, very nervous about that test. And the reason that I'm going to be nervous because I don't know nothing about marine biology. But if I study and if I prepare and if I do some research on marine biology if I want to become a marine biologist, then I'm going to do some study about what is a marine biologist. I'm not just going to go up there and I don't know nothing about marine biology. So if I don't know nothing about marine biology, I am going to fail that test. So what happened is when I see people who are failing the test of life because they don't know nothing about life, they don't know nothing about the rules of life. But more importantly, they don't have no self-confidence because they don't know nothing about themselves. Now, I know a lot of people that know a lot of stuff about, Love and Hip Hop and the Basketball Wives and the Dallas Cowboys. I know a lot of people that know a lot of stuff about their favorite sports team. I know a lot of people that know a lot of stuff about, again, how to cook and be a chef. I know a lot of people that know a lot of stuff about, making hair. I know a lot of people that know a lot of stuff about, religion. They can quote scriptures, but they don't know nothing about themselves. They don't know nothing about basic biology. They don't know nothing because they haven't studied to show themselves approved. And it's not that they have to. It's just that it behooves you to understand the economic potential that God, source, the universe, placed inside of you. So if you're high speed, and I know you are, then that simply means that you're going to study to show yourself approved. That simply means that you're going to know set soon. You're going to know thyself. Because your ability to maintain confidence, to maintain certainty in the midst of adversity is determined by their inner state. Most people really don't over understand how to work out their own salvation with fear and trembling. In other words, most of us, we are operating from a frequency or from a mental state or a mental disposition that's not in alignment with our God-given assignment. So my life path number is the number 6. That creates coherence. So there's a battle going on between head, heart, and gut alignment. Your head, your heart, and your gut all got to be on the same page. When you get on that same page, you stop fighting. Most people are in a state of high effort under stress. So most people are putting forth a lot of effort. And the reason that they're putting forth so much effort is because they're under stress. So when you're under stress, you do more. But it's like going to the mirror and looking at the image in the mirror. And if you want to change the image in the mirror, what do? Do you break the mirror? No, you fixed the image because the mirror is just a reflection. So your job is to stop fighting and surrender. But what does surrender mean? Surrender means that you're in a place of certainty. Well, what are you certain about? Well, you're certain about the attributes and characteristics that are in you. Because you can't control the things outside of you, but what you can do is you can control the things inside of you. And once you marry yourself, once you elevate in love with yourself, bam, expanded awareness of the self creates relaxation. In the midst of adversity, you're cool, you're calm, and you're collected. You're not trying harder. You're not trying to, do more. You're not trying to, push more. You over understand that the tighter the grip, the less that you are able to, hold. It's like when you're squeezing onto something so tight, you're holding less. You have the ability for you to actually hang on decreases because of the amount of stress that you are creating by putting forth so much effort. So the key to success is actually less is more. But the effort that you are putting in is an effort to be yourself. It's not an effort to do more. See, most people become desperate. So the more desperate you are, the more that you try, the more that you push, the further away things get. So stop trying and start being. What does that mean? That means be yourself. That means be authentic. That means stay calm, stay cool, stay collected. That don't mean that you're not doing anything. That means that what you are doing is you are literally establishing a clear definition of the attributes and characteristics that make you you. You're going back to the basics. So when times get rough, when things get hard, don't become stressed by focusing on lack, because then you get more lack. When things get hard, focus on success. Focus on what you have. Focus on your gifts and your talents. So in order to be more and make more money, in order to establish more health, in order to become more wise, do what you know. What do you know? Well, what comes easy to you? Well, based upon, for me, the things that come easy for me is what I do every day. Compassion, I'm a 6. Compassion comes easy for me. Communication comes easy for me. Creativity comes easy for me. Research comes easy for me. Doing videos online, like some people don't like to be in front of the camera. Some people prefer to be behind the camera. Reading, writing, communicating, all of those things come easy for me. That's why I make a living doing all of those things, because those things are automatic expressions of the soul. So I don't have to force anything. I don't have to put myself in uncomfortable situations and uncomfortable positions. And the people that see me, remember, my message is not for everybody. My message is to help you do the same thing that source, that God, the universe, has helped me. And that is what? Find and fulfill your God-given purpose. That's what I do for a living. I help people find their purpose. Then once you find it, you got to structure it. You got to organize it in a way that benefits other people. So once you find yourself, self-hate is dangerous. Man, I don't know how many years I lived in a space where I had no worth and no value because I didn't see how to monetize the self. I did not see the worth and value in myself. It's one thing to be a leader. It's a whole other thing to get paid to be a leader. That's the number one. The life path number one. The life path number two is a peacemaker. It's one thing to be a dispute resolution specialist, but it's a whole other thing to get paid to be a dispute resolution specialist. And the way that you get paid is by your confidence. Small confidence, small payment. 3 is the number of creativity. It's one thing to be creative. It's another thing to get paid for your creativity. 4 is the number of dependency and stability. It's one thing to be dependable, to be stable, to be loyal, to be practical, but it's a whole other thing to get paid. So if you see it to the degree that you see it, everybody else can see it. 5, that was 4. Number 5 is the number of adventure. It's the number of freedom. It's the number of like being a recruiter, like a corporate recruiter. It's one thing to be adventurous, be a travel agent, but it's another thing to be able to position yourself where you can get paid to be a travel agent. So your job is to have so much that that's your job. Your job is to be so confident that your confidence becomes magnetic. And that confidence comes from studying and knowing your attributes and characteristics that was given to you by God. 5, we said, was adventure. 6, that's me. 6 is the number of compassion. 6 is the number of responsibility. 6 is the number of communication. 6 is the number of a love of detail, perfectionist. Now, each number has attributes that are positive and negative. 99.99% of the people I talk to, they are operating in the dark side of their giftedness. So when I talk to them and I say, you are a leader, and usually most people that are life path number 1, they're not independent leaders. They are dependent followers. So to become an independent leader, 99.999% of the time, you have to have been a dependent follower. Because whatever degree the pendulum swings to the left, the pendulum also swings to the right. So the dark side of your gifting is just go to ChatGPT, go to Claude, go to Perplexity and just type in, what is the dark side of life path number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whatever your life path number is. And then read it. You go, I guarantee you, 100% accurate. Man, I've been doing this for a long time. Never been wrong. I've done thousands of these. So as a 6, I already know the dark side of mine. What's the dark side? Well, if you are designed by God to be responsible, the dark side of being responsible is you are aloof. You're not engaged. You're not interested. You're lazy. Because you really are designed to do the opposite. And so whatever degree the pendulum swings to the left, it has the potential. So you got to know that about yourself. So that's how I keep myself in line. I know when I start slipping into the dark side of my giftedness because I know I have the propensity. I got the potential to be darkness or light. We all have Romans 8. We all have flesh and we have spirit. The flesh wars against the spirit. The spirit wars against the flesh. These two, they don't really get along, man. They don't like each other. It's like oil and water. They don't mix, homie. That's your job to understand that. So I did the number 6, compassion, responsibility, perfection is the number 7. What's number 7? Analyst, intellect. 7s are people, they're very, very analytical. They're very hypercritical. Now, if that's pointed in the wrong direction, what if you're 7 and you're married? Well, you're going to be analyzing your mate. Well, nobody want to be critiqued 24/7, 365 on every little jot and every little tittle. So if you're 7, you might want to go into psychology. You might want to be a detective. You might want to go into a field and into an area where you're hypervigilance, where you're always looking for something wrong instead of looking for something right. So if you're 7, you got to be careful. You're going to destroy your marriage or your relationships, or you're going to destroy your job, because everywhere you go, you're always looking, trying to improve something. So you should be a TQM specialist, total quality management. You should get into a job that requires that gift that you have of always analyzing things to find a better way of doing it. If you're an 8, 8 is the number of an executive. 8 is the number of execution. 8 means that you got the ability to make good, concrete decisions. So what is the dark side of the 8? You're going to make bad decisions. The way that you learn how to make good decisions is make bad ones. So if you're an 8, go out there and fail, dog. Do you, boo. But if you don't know that, you're going to try to be somebody else, just like I did. I spent the first 40 years of my life, man, swimming upstream. Man, it was rough. Why? I didn't have nobody telling me what I'm telling you. If you, especially the younger generation, because y'all got all of these distractions, all this social media stuff. You got access to the internet and you researching all of this stuff. And you're doing algorithms and, you know how to do chat boxes. And you know how to set up, data centers. And you balling off the chain when it comes to technology, but you have no personality. Not you personally, people you know. So if you want to find your own personal reality, you need to hook up with somebody like me. You need to get your 750-page documentation. This is your own Bible. This is my own personal Bible, homie. Mine. It got everything that I need to know about me, myself, and I. Speaking of dark side, bam, I can pull it right up, dark side. So I do these right here. What are those? That's the life optimization circle. This circle tells me how to optimize my life. Last number that I finished up with is the number 9. Number 9 is the number of what? Sophistication. Because 9 is the number of completion. So if you are a 9, then you designed by God to shine very, very, very sophisticated. And then, like, when I was doing this for my kids, for example, my oldest daughter, Sade, when she got married, then her numbers changed. Because, again, last name changes. And so your job is to understand that, okay, you have a kirka, what I call a circle. Circle means church in the Greek and the Aramaic. So this is my own personal life optimization chart that I did for myself eons ago. So if you have this is your own map. Man, just with this and understand what each one of those colors mean, color alchemy, just understand. So 3, the color for 3 is yellow. The color for 6 is blue. 3 plus 3 is 6. That's where I get all of the stuff that you see on all my paraphernalia. That's why I call myself Master Teacher 33. I just didn't make it up. It was given to me by God. And so when you have this, I got confidence, dog. You know what I'm saying? Do you think if somebody come up to me and tell me, hey, Brother Will, man, bruh, you're in the wrong area, man. You should be, you should be a plumber. You should be an electrician. Because plumbers, electricians make great money. But how much, again, of my God-given, not man-made, I didn't go to Harvard, Yale, Princeton, or Brown, or some historically black college to learn. Negro, I was born. So are you. But what if you choose not to operate and vibrate in the way that you was born? You are the born king. But you could live as a made peasant. You are a born king. You are a born queen. Queen got a negative frequency. So we could say goddess or woman of God. But if you choose not to operate the way God designed you, then you got to operate in learned behavior. Now you're under the spell of the cost you the most Grator, the cosmic Grator. We call that dude the devil. But the real name of the devil is the cosmic Grator. You don't believe me? Get my book on Cosmic Grator. Change your life, homie. Guaranteed. So my brothers and my sisters, in conclusion, it's very important that you do you. It's very important that you be you. You got a lot of options. Man, you can be and do anything you want. You're a bad man. You're a bad wombed man. You're very intelligent, very gifted. The sky's the limit, dog. You can do anything you want. I just recommend that you do what you designed. You could be, and you can do, and you can have. The world is your oyster. That's how bad you are. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. However, it's a trick. It's a trick. I fell for it. I spent 40 years chasing, man, woo-wee. But I was never happy. Every time I achieved a milestone, as soon as I got it, I was back at square one. Because I had no fulfilling. I didn't feel fulfilled. I had no meaning. I have a meaning now. I have reason. When I wake up every day, regardless of how much money is in my pocket, I have a purpose. I have a destiny. I have a reason for existing and for being. Man, there is no greater feeling in the world than wake up every day and knowing that you are being what God, the creator of the known universe, has designed and gifted you to be, because your head, your heart, and your gut are all in alignment with your God-given assignment. Brothers and sisters, if you do not already have your 750-page Dear Kania report, this is the only one on the market. Nobody has it. You can't Google this. You can't chat GPT this. You can't AI this. Because now all the stuff in here is proprietary information. Because with the advent, the old Dear Kania report, so everybody that has the old report, if your Dear Kania report, if you don't have the new Dear Kania report, I was going to change the name, my Illumination report. I tried a couple of different names. I'm just going to stick with what God gave me, man. You know what? I'm just like everybody else. I try gimmicks every once in a while, just like everybody else do. But at the end of the day, man, you just gotta be what God has designed and gifted you to be. That's the best thing to do. Just be yourself. Just be authentic. Don't fall for the trick, man. I mean, we all, dibble and dabble. A fad coming out. Oh, skinny jeans. We all go out and buy skinny jeans or, whatever. But at the end of the day, man, be you. Be authentic. Be original, or you're going to die a copy. This your boy, Dr. Will Rogers, a.k.a. Master Teacher 33. Check out the website, DearKaniaReport.com. Check out the website, DearKaniaReport.com. If you don't have your Dear Kania report, pick up the Dear Kania report. Once you get that, then pick up the Life Management report. Because once you find it, then you got to fulfill it. Once you fulfill it, then you have to monetize it. That gets into the MT33 Manifestation School. So I got you covered on all three levels. Finding it, learning it, fulfilling it, and then monetizing it. So get in where you fit in. Love you. Appreciate you. I'm at the top grinding and shining. Y'all know how we do. Come join me. God bless.